Hello, and thank you for joining me here today. My name is Michael Fithian, and I am the leading most expert in Earth science studies. Here at the National Institute of Earth Studies, we have been researching day and night to prove unequivocally that the Earth is a sphere. You see, there is a growing amount of people that believe that the Earth is flat. It's covered by a dome, and it has ice walls around the border to keep us in. Today, I will be explaining how unlikely that is, and I will in fact provide proof that the Earth is in fact a sphere and not flat. For the remainder of my time up here on stage, I will refer to the people who conspire that the Earth is flat as flat earthers. I say conspire because we have proven these theories incorrect, which leaves them in a category akin to conspiracies, such as that aliens are being kept in Area 51 and that we never landed on the moon. Preposterous. Flat earthers can accredit their ideas to two main supporters of their theories, Samuel Robotham and Mark Sargent. Samuel Robotham was born in 1816, and he was an English medical doctor and inventor who wrote Zetetic Astronomy, Earth Not a Globe. As you can imagine, this is a book propagating the ideas of a flat Earth, in which he lays out a scientific method that he believes proves that the Earth is flat. According to Rotham's scientific method, which he called the Zetetic Astronomy, the Earth is a flat disk centered at the North Pole and bound along its southern edge by a wall of ice, with the sun, the moon, the planets, and the stars being only a few thousand miles above the Earth's surface. These southern edges are in fact proposed to be the entire circumference of the flat Earth model. Mark Sargent more recently single-handedly caused a resurgence to the ancient flat Earth sciences. According to Omar, an author for Canadian Geographic and the Netflix documentary Behind the Curve, on February 10th, 2015, Mark Sargent, a Washington-based former software consultant, uploaded a video that he titled Flat Earth, Clues Introduction. This is the first video on his YouTube channel, and his YouTube channel has nearly 65,000 subscribers. His video, Flat Earth, Clues Introduction, created a Cambrian-esque explosion of amateur scientists who started conducting observable and repeatable experiments supporting their theory that we live on a stationary disk that is inside a pressurized system which gives us the illusion of gravity. However, well-believed and accredited scientists have been debunking these experiments just as fast as they have been pumping them out. Mark believes that we are encircled by an Antarctic ice wall, which contain our oceans. He also believes that there is a secret government agreement between huge governments in our flat Earth that keep everyone away from the wall, and that anyone that travels outside of a certain latitudinal number will be apprehended, possibly killed. Nobody really knows. He also believes that beyond the wall, there's nothing much else other than our Creator. So, the proof that we have come up with, some of it can be accredited to Daniel Luxington, the author of Is the Earth Flat? Flat Earthers. According to Daniel, there are a few ways that you can prove very easily that the Earth is indeed a sphere. Number one, images and videos from space. You can go to the International Space Station website right now and look at a live feed from a satellite orbiting the Earth at the shape of the Earth. It is in fact a sphere, It goes around in orbit. The satellite goes around, and you can watch this video 24/7. On top of that, every single astronaut that's been in space says that they have personally seen the Earth from orbit, and it is a sphere. For thousands of years, the globe has been clearly understood as a sphere and a globe. But this is one of the first cosmic facts that were worked out correctly by ancient people because of the evidence of a spherical Earth is visible to the naked eye. Philosopher Socrates and his student Plato and many Greeks understood that the Earth could only be a sphere. A few reasons were that sailors noticed when they were sailing, they would have noticed that the sails of approaching ships appeared before the hulls of the ships became visible, because the surface of the Earth is slightly curved, so you'd see the topmost part first. When you sail towards a ship, island, or lighthouse, their tallest points are the first thing you peek over that curve. So you got the curve of the Earth, and then the sails coming around it. The first thing you see is the top point. There was evidence of lunar eclipses also. When the moon passes through the shadows of the Earth, that shadow is always a circular shadow of a sphere. Also, the head of the famous library of Alexandria in Egypt, Eratosthenes, even correctly approximated the circumference of the Earth using experimental measurements of shadows in 2 cities and a lot of math. On top of all of this, the flat Earth models do not explain the broad range of natural phenomena that are well explained by the modern scientific understanding of the globe and its place in our solar system. Things like planetary formation, volcanoes, the tides of the ocean, the changing of our seasons, the phases of the moon, plate tectonics, earthquakes, the temperatures of the poles, the magnetic field that we rely on, auroras, and so on. According to Eric Frenz, the naked eye can see objects that are millions of miles away in space. You can look out and you can see stars, you can see the sun, you can see these things. They're there. But if on a clear day, if you go outside and try to see a city that is 100 miles away, if you try to look towards Pittsburgh, you can't see it. It's not possible because the Earth curves. And the farther things get away, they go hide behind the curvature of the Earth. So imagine a vast plain, but one with a tree smack right in the middle. If the Earth were flat, your vision would extend exactly as far while standing at the base of the tree as it would when we are at the top of the tree. However, the farther you climb, the farther your line of sight extends past the horizon. You can also pick a nice spot to watch the sunset. We'll call this point A, and ideally that would be low. And then we'll also pick point B. That's something really high. So maybe you climb a ladder to get higher. Maybe you can climb a tree, run upstairs. If you watch the sunset from point A, and then once the sun is out of sight, you hurry and get to point B. From that extra elevated vantage point provided by point B, you will be able to see the sun set on the horizon again. If the Earth was flat, you wouldn't be able to do that twice. You would flat set once, and then that would be it. You wouldn't be able to change your vantage point. If you don't have a hill, you can just try anything to get higher. So, as you can see, science, physics, and common sense, and everything we know about the world as we know it, from naturally spheric raindrops to the spherical bubbles in carbonation in your soda, no one can successfully argue with mathematical and scientific logic that the Earth is flat.